The heat begins to roll in, and so does a team trying to get hot before the second half of the season. It's the Elmira Pioneers coming in, but they're taking on a team that is hot in their own right. The Newark Pilots have won 2 in a row. That includes their game against Batavia just on Sunday, and they look to continue that streak here in Newark, New York. Anthony Labonte taking you through this 9-inning contest here in the West Division between the Elmira Pioneers and the Newark Pilots. As we get things ready and going here, the Pioneers, they look to try and bounce back after splitting that series against Niagara Falls on Sunday. And taking a peek at the standings real quick, they try to get bounced back into this one as they are currently sitting in 4th, but in their tail is Olean. Batavia sits at 15-6 in first place. Jamestown, they're 15-6 as well. Have to see how that ends up developing as we continue here today. Auburn is 13-8. Then Niagara Falls, they're 9-12. Niagara is 9-12. Niagara plays Batavia today. Niagara Falls, they play Geneva, who's 6-13. And then the 9th spot is Newark. But once again, 2-game winning streak for them. They look to continue that into this contest. And let's take a peek at the starting lineup for the Elmira Pioneers today. It's Caleb Delaney, he's in the leadoff spot. It's followed by Nick Spanner. Brett Baker, he's third for this one. Tyler Adamo is going to be playing as the cleanup man for this contest. Brandon Dubeck, he's the catcher for this one, and he stays in at the 5-hole. Jack Aylward is first base, wearing 34. Alex Davis, he's the extra hitter. Ryan Gabbianelli, he will go in the 8th spot. Jalen Tidwell's at 9. And Tyson Gindrich, after his big day in Niagara Falls, goes in at 10. And getting ready to start things off is Caleb Delaney, who's got a hot bat right now. He's looking at a 483 average here on the season. And for the right fielder, it was multiple singles up in Niagara Falls. He had 2 in the first game and another couple in the second. As he tries to bunt first pitch, that one he pulls away from. It's going to be ball number 1 coming here for the first pitch out of Newark, New York against the Newark Pilots. 1-0 count is on the mound for the Pilots is going to be Clark Jansen. This is his first appearance on the season. Have to see how he develops as that one's hit on the ground there by Delaney. It heads over towards the second baseman who takes a step and flips over onto first for the out. And speaking of the men on the play there, let's look around in the field for the Newark Pilots. It's Grant Ingram at third, Carlos Jara at short, Holden Forney is at second, Berlin Haley, he's doing first base. Then from left to right, it's Liam Wagner, Angel Gomez, and Aiden Bolin. And doing the catching for Jansen is going to be Sam Hines. Up to bat comes Nick Spanner, who played in the second game against Niagara Falls. He was catching in that one as he takes first pitch outside, ball 1. 1 down so far off the ground ball by Delaney. Jansen's delivery, that one's low. So it's going to be a 1-1 count now incoming with 1 out. As we're here at historic Colburn Park, the netting around the entire backstop here will interfere with the view a little bit, but that one swung on a miss there for a strike. However, the thing goes up high. I'm going to correction there. That was a ball. It's 2-1. The netting goes up high, so no matter where I place the camera, it's going to remain with that netting. That one goes right down Main Street for a strike. So now it's a 2-2 count incoming for Nick Spanner, looking to improve that 385 average on the season. The DH for this one, as Jansen gets set, he steps, he throws. That one's hit hard on the ground. It's going to split through the center. That's going to be a hit for Nick Spanner, and the Pioneers have their first hit on the day. A single coming in there, and that puts Spanner on with the big swing. Pioneers have 1 man on first, trying to strike early against the Pilots, as Brett Baker now steps up to the bat for this one. As he currently rides in, I'll mention it every time he comes up to base, up to plate. 13-game on-base streak. Trying to extend that one here, and with Nick Spanner over at first, have to see how things change. The pitch, that one's hit hard, heads back there towards foul territory to the left, and it's going to go too far. Foul ball there. It's an 0-1 count now for Brett Baker. And for Baker, he's been the everyday starter in center field. He's one of the most consistent fielders for this Pioneers squad out there in center, and continues to try and get that to work today. Him and Delaney have been a 1-2 punch in terms of that center and right field dynamic. As Jansen looks down and he throws, that one's hit hard by Baker. It heads towards left center. If it drops, it's going to be good, and it will drop on in for a single. So Brett Baker gets on for the 14th game in a row off a single, and now it's going to be next batter up here for the Pioneers. It's Tyler Adamo, who now shifts. He's played in multiple spots in this lineup. Now today he's playing in the cleanup spot, and looking to clean up is what he's trying to do with 2 men on. Spanner sits at second base. Brett Baker over at first. The look back from Jansen, his throw. That one swung on, first pitch by Adamo. It goes foul for strike number 1. And for Tyler Adamo, he enters just a quarter under 300. But when given the opportunity with men on, Adamo has stepped up to the appearance. As the second pitch of the at-bat goes outside, great grab there by Heinz to grab that one. A 1-1 count coming here for Tyler Adamo. The right-handed batter steps up here, and Jansen now looks to see how to try and turn this into a double play. So far this season, Newark has been able to turn 10 of them. Look back, the throw, that one's outside. Another ball in this at-bat. It's 2-1 now for Adamo. As Jansen gets ready here. Jansen coming out of Mississippi as that one's hit into the outfield, and turning there is going to be Spanner. He gets a sign from Drum. The throw on home. It's not in time. It bounces over Heinz. So that will score. Time will be out here. 1 run scores for the Pioneers. We'll step aside when we come back. Pioneers currently lead 1-0 from Colburn Park. We return here after what was a scare here at Colburn Park. Catcher Sam Hines went down. There was blood on the face, so they stepped aside as now up to bat comes Brandon Duback. It was an RBI single for Tyler Adamo that scored Nick Spanner, so it's a 1-0 ball game right now between these two sides. Just one out. That was a ground out by Delaney to start things off here in the top of the first. First pitch is fouled off by Brandon Duback. It'll be an 0-1 count. So Luke Brissell steps in as the backup catcher to replace Hines. As on second base, as I mentioned, is Brett Baker. That pitch is going to be missing the spot. It's going to be a ball. 1-0 Pios lead with one out on the board. Trying to get a win over Newark. The last time these two teams faced off, it was the walk-off by Ryan Jones in the 11-10 ball game. That one goes for a strike, hits the corner, and gets in the zone. A 1-2 incoming now. As Brandon Duback, the catcher for this contest, looks down towards Jansen. The throw, that one is hit on the ground, but foul. So it will remain 1-2 for Duback, who enters into today with a batting average of .255, and he had a strong performance in those games against Niagara Falls, being able to get a couple of hits on the board, including a bases-clearing double in the second game. Jansen looks back towards second base where Baker is taking his lead. The throw, that one, if he went, it would have been strike three, but he didn't. It goes away. Fouled that one off. It's 1-2. Still remains 1-2 for Duback following the foul ball. Shading in his Fournier as that one will go in there for strike three. Strike three goes past Brandon Duback. The first strikeout of this contest by Jansen, his first one on the season, is now coming up is Jack Aylward, the first baseman who steps up to bat here. Looking to try and get on. .250 batter, but his on-base percentage is what has been carrying him throughout this season. As he comes up here, he's walked numerous times against batters. First pitch by Jansen. That one swung on there by Aylward. He flips the bat. That one's heading towards left field. It's going back there, and it's going to be gone. I mentioned the swing power, and that's what Jack Aylward has. He nails that one on post side towards over the fence, and it's a 3-run shot for Jack Aylward. Pioneers will go up 4-0 in the first inning. And who else to do it but Jack Aylward? This is going to be his second home run on the season as he touches the helmet with his players in Brett Baker and Tyler Adamo at home base. Big swing by Aylward, clears the bases, 4-0 Pios. You can get on base, and that's the way to do it, by knocking one over the wall. As up to bat now comes Alex Davis. He's the extra hitter for this contest. The throw, that one's outside. A 3-run shot by Jack Aylward. Pioneers trying to bounce back after that loss in extra innings against Niagara Falls in the second game of the doubleheader. They won the first one 13-0. Second one they ended up losing in the 8th. Jansen's delivery, that one is low. It's going to be a 3-0 count incoming now for Alex Davis. The pitch, and that one goes for a strike. So just trying to reincorporate the zone here is going to be Jansen. He throws. That one's hit hard by Davis. It heads towards right field. Backing up for that one, but it's going to drop it in right center. Davis turns one. He's going towards two. He's going to get in there standing. It's a stand-up double with 2 outs here at Colburn Park. So a man now back in scoring position as Ryan Gabbianelli steps up to the plate, and coming up to the mound, it's going to be a visit there for this one. Looking to try and settle Jansen back in. Pioneers already lead this one 4-0 in the top half of the first, giving a large cushion to their pitcher, Brandon Hayes, who has not stepped on the mound yet. As the meeting breaks up, Jansen remains here on the mound. Jack Aylward, 3-run home run to start this scoring off outside of that RBI single by Adamo. Nick Spanner has scored, Brett Baker has scored, Tyler Adamo scored, Aylward scored, Alex Davis looking to do the same over at second base. The throw from Jansen to Gabbianelli goes for first pitch strike. Jansen remains on the mound here. He looks to get his sign from Brissell. As the look back over towards second, the throw comes in. That one runs inside. Gabbianelli steps out of the way. Close one there. 2 outs here, top half of the first. Sun is beating down here. The throw, that one's hit hard by Gabbianelli over towards third base. Making the throw on over towards first and making it Grant Ingram over to Brolin Haley. That'll be the third out, but the Pioneers score 4 off a 3-run home run by Jack Aylward. It's 4-0 Pios as we head to the bottom half of the first here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Four nothing here from Colburn Park, and up on the mound is Brennan Hayes. He enters into this contest as he has gone in 3 starts so far. He's 2-1 on the year, but in those 3 starts, he's had 20 strikeouts. So a punch-out pitcher in Brennan Hayes, and he's got a cushion of 4 runs after Tyler Adamo hit a single that scored Nick Spanner, and then with 2 men on, Jack Aylward knocked one over the left field wall. As a throwdown comes there from Brandon Duback, and it gets things started. Newark enters into this contest as one of the teams struggling when it comes to the bats. They're last place in the West Division in terms of batting average. They're .228, looking to change that one here against Brendan Hayes. And trying to start things off here is Carlos Jara. He's the shortstop in this contest and gets ready for this one. Flag out there in center field. Only a little bit, but not too much, so the wind's not going to be a huge factor in this one. That one swung hard by Jara. It heads on the ground, and it's going to be the first hit of the day for the Newark Pilots. Improving that team average comes on one swing, and that puts Jara on. As Colton Foley now, Horny style, steps up to bat. He's the second baseman in this one with a man on first. Carlos Jara looks to try and cut this lead by the Pioneers. Brennan Hayes looking to go as he gets ready to go. Hayes gets his sign from Duback. He throws. That one will go for a strike. So first pitch strike coming in against Forney. He's batting .438 on the season. Looking to try and drive some on base as the throw comes in there, and that one's hit hard. It heads towards right center. going for that one and dropping in there. Forney has another hit, and the throw comes in, trying to relay over towards third. Hayes will play backup. So now Jara sits on third base. Forney gets a single there. That puts him on first. And Aiden Bolin now steps up. The conversation comes in here, and they get set. Brennan Hayes in his outings, he's always done better later in the innings. Outside of that one against Auburn, where he let up just one earned run, it's been the consistently moving of him and his offense giving him those rallies. That's what's led him to that 2-1 record on the season. First pitch ball in the air to Bolin, the right fielder for this one. Throw comes in. Duback throws on over towards second, trying to make the tag, but not in time. Stolen base comes in there by Colton Forney. No double steal attempt by the Pilots. It'll be a 1-1 count. Still 0 outs, but men occupy the last two bases before you hit home. Here we go. 1-1 count to Bolin. Gets sent, he steps, he throws. That one just a bit low. It's going to be ball two. 2-1 count now to Bolin as he gets ready to go here. Hayes is ready to deal. He gets the sign from Duback. Pitch. That one will go for a strike. 2-2 count now for Aiden Bolin. Trying to take this goose egg off the board for Newark in the bottom half of the first. Hayes sets, kicks, deals. That one's hit on over towards third, but it's going to go in foul territory. That's where Gabianelli grabs it. Remains 2-2. 8 RBIs on the season by Aiden Bolin. As Hayes switches up the baseball here. The center infielder is playing a little bit further back as Hayes gets ready to deal. 2-2. The throw. That one swung on a miss there for strike number 3. Hayes gets his first punch out. Let's take a peek at the fielders for the Pioneers. Ryan Gabianelli's at third. Jalen Tidwell's the shortstop. Tyler Adamo remains at second base. Jack Aylward's at first. Then from left to right, it's Tyson Gingrich. And then it's Brett Baker and Caleb Delaney. Brandon Duback does the catching for Brennan Hayes. So first punch out there, and Grant Ingram now steps up. He's 2 for 4 on the year. Played in just 5 games. The pitch, that one is low. Ball 1. 1 out here in the bottom half of the first. Pioneers scored 4 in the top half. And trying to keep this game moving. A hot one here in Western New York. As that heat wave begins to move along the United States. Hayes throws. Trying with the breaking ball. Does not hit. 2-0 now. The Northeast getting hit hard with it. Places like Boston, New York. All of those sorts of areas are in a strong advisory, as up here is just a warning. The throw from Hayes, that one is low. 3-0 count now coming to Grant Ingram. As he hopes to load the bases and give an opportunity for Jaden Pena to try and tie this ball game up. Dubeck gets down on one knee. The pitch, that one will go right down the belt line for strike number 1. A 3-1 count now coming against Ingram, who enters into this contest and originally steps in as that's going to be ball 4. A walk comes by Brennan Hayes. So now the bases are loaded, and coming up is going to be Jaden Pena, the designated hitter for this one. He's batting just 190 here on the season. But to score a run, he doesn't necessarily have to get a hit. He can hit one in the outfield and get a sacrifice fly or even get walked. Bases juiced for the Pilots, trying to put their first run on the board in this one. 4-0 Pioneers lead. Hayes steps and deals. That one's outside. Ball 1. And so a 1-0 count now incoming for Pena. Only 1 out so far in this bottom half of the inning. That was a strikeout swinging to Aiden Bolin. Hayes looks to continue here. He kicks, he deals. That one looks as if it's going to fall in the zone just a bit low. 2-0 now. Historic Colburn Park, the site of this contest, as Hayes gets set. Should mention that home run by Aylward. The left field wall to the foul pole is 339. Center field's 402. The pitch, that one's high, 3-0. So him hitting it over left center, a little bit more towards left, probably looking over 350, 360 in terms of just wall distance. With how far he actually hit it, our best bet is mine. So 3-0 count now incoming for Jaden Pena. With the bases completely loaded, Hayes delivers. That one's upstairs, and 1 run will score on a walk. It's going to be 4-1, as coming on home is Carlos Jara. As Forney moves over towards third, Ingram will move to second. As Kyle Takahashi now steps up, and it's going to be a meeting on the mound with Coach Burkham and the entire infield to talk to Brennan Hayes and the crew. 1 run scores for Newark off of the walk there, the 4-pitch walk at that. 4-1 lead, as both sides have had a mound visit already in this contest. Home plate umpire goes in to break up the discussion as Tidwell and Hayes give the final words. Duback returns back to his spot. As I mentioned, up to Matt, Kyle Takahashi, the extra hitter in this contest. Pioneers already have 5 hits in this game, to Newark's 2. Those came by way of singles for their batters in Jara and Forney, the first 2 batters. Hayes with just 1 out, going against Takahashi. Bases juice, the pitch, that one is low again. Hayes now has thrown 6 straight balls to batters, following what was that strikeout of the 3rd batter. The pitch from Hayes, that one, did he swing? Did not matter. It goes for a strike. 1-1 now coming for Takahashi. Takahashi coming out of California, playing in here for the Pilots. As Hayes gets set, the throw. That one going there again for a strike. The breaking ball gets in his spot. It's now a 1-2, and I mentioned California. Hayes is not from around the area either. He's from Florida, Plantation, Florida, over towards the Bay region. As the 1-2, the pitch, that one is a bit too low. Go back to 2-2. Still just 1 pitch that Hayes needs. 1 more strike to take down and get his second out. As he looks down towards Duback. Forney on third, Ingram at second, and Pena at first. The pitch, that one is low again. The count is now completely full. The last two batters that Hayes has faced, he's ended up walking. Trying not to make that a pattern here, as it's a full count coming for Takahashi. Hayes kicks and deals. That one is in there for strike number 3. So full count. Strike 3 is the call. And second out of the inning comes by way of punch out. And now the catcher, Luke Brissell, steps up. He came in a relief of Sam Heinz, who was injured in the top half of the first inning following a throw at home. So he comes here with 2 outs on the board and the bases loaded. Pioneers are leading by 3. A swing of the bat could change that, though. Hayes delivers. That one swung on first pitch for a foul ball and strike number 1. As the Met Boy runs out to grab that one behind home plate. It's going to be an 0-1 count now incoming here for Brissell. Hayes gets his sign from Duback. He throws. That one's up high. Even exchange, 1-1. As for Brissell here on the season, he enters in looking at an average of 263. Did not start this contest, but looking to clean up in relief as that one is outside, 2-1. And Hayes continues on this mound. So far in this one, Hayes has thrown a total of 27 pitches. The pitch, that one is swung on a miss there for strike number 2. 2-2 count now. Coming in against Luke Brissell. As is the opportunity for Hayes. He has one pitch that he could waste if need be. Maybe throw a chase pitch here. The 2-2, the pitch, but that one will just find the zone. Doesn't need a chase pitch because he catches the batter looking. That's strike number 3, and the Pioneers will get 3 outs on the inning by strikeout. It's 4-1 Pioneers lead as we head to the top half of the second here from historic Colburn Park. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top of the second now incoming. Pioneers currently lead 4-1 over the Newark Pilots. They're from historic Colburn Park. Anthony Labonte taking you through this contest as up to bat now comes Jalen Tidwell. He's playing shortstop here today as the pitch comes in, and that one's upstairs, ball one. Brandon Hayes on the mound was able to get out of a bases-loaded jam in the bottom half of the first, but one run did end up scoring. Needs to the spot here. As that pitch is hitting Tidwell. He heads on base once again, hit by pitch, and that was something that ended up happening in that game against the Niagara Falls Americans. He was hit a grand total of 3 times in that one. He's hit here today. As man on now comes the next batter, Tyson Gingrich. He steps up, the lefty batter. He had a home run in his last contest. That first pitch is going to be in there for a strike. He had a home run in that first game against Niagara Falls. That one a scorcher over the right field wall. Potential opportunity to get his second home run today as that one's hit hard. It heads towards right field. Backing up for that one is going to be the right fielder there in Aiden Bolin, who gets underneath and makes the catch for the out. So a fly out for Tyson Gingrich as now up to bat comes Caleb Delaney. He started things off with a ground out in that one. So have to see how he attacks Jansen now that Jansen's gone through the entirety of the order with just 4 outs to show for it. Jalen Tidwell once again on first base right now, taking it forward to the Pioneers. A throw over, and that one goes wide. Tidwell moves over to second base. So the pickoff attempt does not work. Tidwell will move over there. So he's now on second base. So man in scoring position here for Caleb Delaney. And what I was saying there was you have Tidwell on and have to wonder how you change things up, considering there have been some hard hit balls off Jansen. Delaney shows a bunt. That one goes down. Jansen's throw on over to first is going to be offline. Tidwell's going to run over from third, and he's going to end up scoring. Delaney moves towards second base, so the E1 is going to get him on and score a run. It's now 5-1, Pioneers lead. What a sequence there, following what was a missed throw on the pickoff attempt. That puts them now as coming up to bat is going to be Nick Spanner. He in a single his first time up. A single may score Delaney here as that first pitch goes in there for a strike. So Pioneers have scored in both of their innings so far, following that last one. And Delaney is always a problem on the base path and when he's batting in terms of his speed. That's why when you lay down a bunt, you have an opportunity to see Delaney start running. That one swung there by Spanner. It goes foul. 0-2 now for him. And so Nick Spanner will just adjust the gear and step back on in for this one. He scored off that single by Tyler Adamo that moved him around the base path after a single by Brett Baker. Pitch, that one's outside. 1-2. Pioneers have 5 hits in the contest off of Jansen. And Spain's on second here. The look back, the throw, that one's down low. So first 2 pitches go for strikes, the next 2 go for balls. It's a 2-2 count now for Nick Spanner. Fournier playing over towards second base as the throw comes in there, and that one's going to be high. count is now completely full for Nick Spanner. The 3-2. Caleb Delaney occupies second. Have to see how this works here. The throw, that one is going to be low. Ball 4. As on to first base goes Nick Spanner, his second time on today. And coming up to bat is going to be Brett Baker. Extended his on-base streak to 14 today off that single. And now with 2 ducks on the pond, looking to try and increase the number of runs on the board for the Pioneers. They lead 5-1 here. Just one out in the contest. Or correction, just one out in this inning. As Jansen looks back, the throw, that one's outside. 1-0 count here for Brett Baker. Once again, 380 on the season. Trying to move his men over. As that pitch goes in there for a strike. That one hits the inner corner and is at the correct level. A 1-1 now. Baker keeps his legs moving throughout the at-bat. As the throw comes in there from Jansen, and that one's going to be roped. It's going to go down the right field line. It's heading towards the corner over there. 1 run is going to score in Caleb Delaney. Spanner gets on his horse, and he's going to be held up over at third base. It's going to be a double for Brett Baker. So an RBI double for Brett Baker makes it now a 6-1 ball game. Big swing there from Brett Baker as Tyler Adamo will now step up. He had the RBI single earlier in this one. 6 hits on the day by the Pioneers. Matched to 6 runs on the board. Tyler Adamo now gets ready. Jansen throws. That one's outside. For ball 1. So with Baker on second base, Adamo's up now. Both of them scored last time up off the home run by Jack Aylward. Jansen's throw. That one's hit on the ground. Foul. Goes to 1-1. Two large scoring innings so far for the Pioneers. Bring them to that 6 number. As Jansen gets a sign from Brissell, the throw, that one's going to be offline. 2-1 now coming for Adamo. And with how he can swing the bat, you expect something to go towards the outfield as 2-1. The pitch, that one's hit hard and heads towards the outfield and left field. That one drops in. 1 run's going to score there, Nick Spanner. Brett Baker moves over to third. It's another RBI single for Tyler Adamo.
Number 3, the catcher.
It is now 7-1, a Pioneers lead. And this is the kind of performance that they need following that game up in Niagara Falls that felt like a fluke win for the Americans in the Pioneers' eyes. Although a win is a win, men now on the corners. Tyler Adamo has the speed. He could steal, and he will do so. That pitch is high. The throw down over towards second base. Does he make the tag? He does not. It's going to be a stolen bag there for Tyler Adamo. So now man on second, man on third. It's Adamo and Baker here for Dubac. He struck out his first time up. The lone strikeout on the day for Jansen. The throw, that one's in the dirt. Jansen looks to get back into his rhythm here. He does have 1 out so far in this one. Northern Mississippi Community College is where he comes out of, and that one goes for a strike. A good pitch there. 2-1 now incoming for the catcher and Brandon Dubac. Pitch, that one's hit hard. It goes towards left field. It's going. It's gonna be foul. Just curled too much left. A bit too early on the swing. Gonna be a 2-2 count. as Purcell gives the ball back over to Jansen. Infield is playing in on this one to attack home if need be. All playing on the infield grass. The pitch, that one's hit on the ground, and it's going to break in between the shortstop and the third baseman. 1 run will score. Adamo is getting sent by Coach Drum. The throw on over towards home makes the tag for the out, so second out comes in there, but 1 run does score on the RBI single by Brandon Duback. So now it is 8-1, Pioneers lead. Duback advances over towards second base on the throw. What a strong start by the Pioneers. They have 4 in the first 2 innings. Both makes it a second out. And up to bat comes Jack Aylward. He had a 3-run home run his last time up that went over the left field wall. Looking to repeat that. The pitch, that one is going to be outside, ball 1. Aylward is such a hard batter to pitch towards because he can absolutely smoke any ball that you throw to him, as he's done so far this season. The throw, that one's hit on the ground. It heads over towards the shortstop, makes the snag on the harp is Jara. He throws over to first, and that will be the third out. So Pioneers are able to score 4. It is 8-1 as we head to the bottom half of the second here from Newark, New York. Brendan Hayes remains on the mound, and now he's got an even larger cushion. The Pioneers score 4 in the top half of the inning, and it is now 8-1 Pioneers lead. As coming up to bat, it's going to be Browan Haley. He's the first baseman in this contest, and he batting 167 on the season. We're going to try and get on top of Hayes. The first 2 batters that Hayes faced today and was able to get down as that one goes in there for a strike. The first 2 batters he faced were able to get on by singles in Jara and Forney. Okay. As 0-1 count incoming. The pitch from Hayes. Check swing. Did he go? He did. That's strike number 2. Just went around there as Haley as now it's an 0-2 count, and Hayes has some pitches to work with here. Duback gets set up. The throw, that one's hit foul. There. Big swing there by Haley. It remains 0-2. As Hayes looks to continue to work here. He kicks, he deals. That one's hit hard. It heads over towards right field. It's going to drop on in there. It's a single coming in for Brolin Haley.
So up next from Hingham, Massachusetts.
So once again, the first batter that he sees in an inning gets on by a single. As now Liam Wagner snaps up here to bat. He's from Hingham, Massachusetts. Nice area down there, playing in the Patriot League. He looks to try and continue his swing against Brennan Hayes. Hayes throws. That one's going to go for a strike right down the center of the plate. 0-1. In this contest, Hayes has thrown 34 pitches in comparison to Jansen's 53. Second pitch of the at-bat, getting ready here. The throw. That one's hit on the ground foul. 0-2 once again. First time it was able to get a knock on Hayes. Now trying to get the strikeout. Sitting on first base is Brolin Haley. The pitch, that one's outside. 1-2. The Pilots haven't been able to hit the ball. They have 3 hits in this contest, but just 1 run to show for it. 1-2 count. The throw, that one is gonna just miss outside. Dubek does a job trying to frame that one. Not able to get it to go. 2-2 now. Ease. The pitch. That one is in there, strike 3. And Dubek knew that one was going for a strike and throws it around there. As strikeout, that's going to be the 4th strikeout of the day by Brennan Hayes. 1 swinging and 3 looking. As up to bat now comes Angel Gomez for the Pilots. He's the center fielder. He steps in on this one. Once again, 1 down now, following the punch out by Hayes. He throws. That one goes for a strike. In Hayes' 3 starts this season, he's thrown 7 strikeouts in 2 of them, and a 6 strikeout game in his last one. 0-1 coming in now. The pitch, that one is going to be thrown down there, trying to get the batter that's stealing, and does so. Brandon Dubek with the jump, gets the running batter in, Brolin Haley, and that's the 2nd out of this inning. So that empties the bases. It's a 1-1 count. They ruled that last pitch as a ball. No men on now. Pioneers going to leave nothing on the board for the Pilots. That one's outside. 2-1. And for Hayes, you can get a lot of relief knowing that you don't have to worry about a man over at first base to try and throw out for any pickoff attempts, as Dubek was able to make that beautiful throw on over towards second. As that one's hit hard there, it heads down the line. It's going to be passing over Jalen Tidwell into the outfield. A single comes in there for Gomez on a hard hit grounder, and now it's the top of the order. It's Carlos Jara coming up. He had a single where he was able to end up scoring. He was the lone scorer for the Pilots in this one, as man's now on first base. They're an Angel Gomez. Just a switch of the baseball between Hayes and the home plate umpire. So 4 hits now on the day for the Pilots. Man over at first. Getting ready now. The pitch, that one's hit on the ground. Heading on over, grabbed there in foul territory by Jack Aylward. Oh, 1 count here. As Hayes takes a second to just get back on the mound. The middle infielders and Tidwell and Adamo playing a little bit back, but Adamo's playing closer to second in case of a pickoff. It's in case of a steal attempt. Pitch. That one's hit on the ground there. Driving for that one is Adamo. He flips on over to Aylward. It's going to be in time for the third out. Very close play over at first base, but they rule it as out number 3. It is still 8-1, Pio's lead as we head to the top of the third here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring. Top 3, Alex Davis now steps up to the plate to take one on, but Jansen remains on the mound. First pitch towards Davis is going to go up high. Davis had a double his last time up. That was in the first inning. Pioneers have scored 4 in the past 2 innings to make it an 8-1 ball game. Jansen kicks and deals. That one's hit hard and heads towards right center. It's going back there, and it's going to knock off the wall. Going to grab that one is the center fielder there, and Angel Gomez. It's going to be another double for Alex Davis. Big double there. Pioneers have their first base runner of the top half of the inning. And now Ryan Gabbianelli will come up to bat. He grounded out his last time up. Now with a chance to score some more runs for the Pioneers. The grounder may be able to advance. Alex Davis over at second base. Jansen gets his call from Brissell, and the throw comes in. That one's hit hard by Gabbianelli, and it's going to drop into left field. The throw comes on home. Coach Drum tells Davis to stay up at third. It's a single coming in for Ryan Gabbianelli. And so now Jalen Tidwell will come back up. Following his first time up, he was hit by the pitch. His 4th time in the span of 3 games. As it's going to be a meeting over on the mound. We'll see here what ends up happening, as it will be a new arm. We'll step aside as it's a pitching change for the Pilots with 2 men on here from the historic Colburn Park. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve U Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom's South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Andrew Romser now on the mound for the Pilots as he enters in for his first time on the season, his first game of the season. As first pitch comes to Jalen Tidwell, it's going to be too high, and it's going to be ball one. He comes in replacement of Clark Jansen, who ended up going just 2 innings, 10 hits allowed, 8 runs scored, 7 of which will be earned, as that one is going to be upstairs for ball 2. Of course, that number could change depending on the men currently on first and third here, as third base sees Alex Davis and first base sees Gabbianelli. That one swung on a miss there for strike number 1. 2-1 count now coming for Jalen Tidwell. Pioneers currently lead 8-1 over the Newark Pilots. That was 2 straight hits to start this inning. That pitch comes in and hits Jalen Tidwell. That's his second hit by pitch today. As it's going to bring up Tyson Gindrich to take this one through. Gindrich flew out to right field earlier as he gets ready to go with a left-handed batter. Now bases completely loaded for him. Following Jalen Tidwell. Tidwell now hit 5 times by pitches in the last 2 games that he's played. The pitch comes into Gindrich as that one is going to go high, ball 1. They've been able to attack these pitchers so far. Been the Pioneers. That one's well outside, but Purcell does a good job standing up, stepping over, and making the grab. 2-0 count now coming with the bases loaded. 8-1 Pioneers lead. The throw, that one goes in for a strike. 2-1 now going against Tyson Gingrich. The pitch, that one is in there for a strike as well. It's right above the knee at the thigh level in the heart of the plate. So now with 2 quick pitches for strikes. The throw, that one's outside. Very quick pitches have come in here by Romser. His set is very quick as that one swung on there by Gingrich and fouls away. He's getting set and almost immediately going into his stretch. That could be a problem because you have to come set for a certain stretch as that one comes in there. That one swung on the ground there by Gingrich. It's going to be grabbed there over towards first. Throw one over to second and makes the tag for the double play. That is going to be the 11th double play that's been turned by the Pilots this season, but it will score a run. It is now 9-1. Pioneers lead as over towards third now comes Ryan Gabbianelli with 2 outs coming in there. So Gabbianelli 90 feet away, but it's a 9-1 lead as it heads back towards Caleb Delaney. That pitch goes outside. Back-to-back left-handed batters coming in now. Delaney had a E1 in the top half of the second. That pitch is outside. 2-0 now. And for the right-handed pitcher, he has a good spot here as he gets to look over towards third base. The pitch, that one is dropping low. 3-0. And Grant Ingram is playing on the infield grass right now. He's the third baseman in this one. The throw, that one goes in for a strike. So quickly it goes to a 3-1 count with 2 outs. Step throw, that one is hit hard by Delaney and heads towards left field though. And making the snag on that one is going to be Liam Wagner for the 3rd out. So Pioneers are able to score 1. It's 9-1 as we head to the bottom half of the 3rd here from historic Colburn Park. Golden Forney now steps up to the plate for the Newark Pilots. They're down 9-1, following 1 run scoring in the top half of the inning when bases were loaded. As Hayes remains on the mound, takes his second here. As the sun begins to set over, we apologize for the glare that's coming in from the sun setting. As it is 9-1 Piles lead. He's in his 3rd inning of work coming in here. That one will go outside. Hayes so far has 4 punch outs through this one. Let's look back down there. Hayes gets Dubek set. He snaps, he throws. That one is outside and low. 2-0 now. As Forney had a single earlier on, and he was able to steal a base. Throw from Hayes, that one will get in there for a strike. 2-1 now. And for Forney, that there was his overall, his 4th stolen bag of the year, as that one's down low. It's now 3-1 going against the second baseman. Brennan Hayes has walked just 2 so far today. He deals. That one is swung on the ground. Heads over towards 3rd. Gabbianelli grabs it. He throws on over to 1st. In time for the out. Great play there by Ryan Gabbianelli as he loses the hat. First out goes in there on the 5-3, and now Aiden Bolin now steps up. He struck out his last time up. He went swinging. As there's 1 down now in the bottom half of the 3rd. Newark enters into this game winning their past 2. That was against Geneva and Batavia. That one goes past. 1-0. Batavia, the #1 team in the West Division right now, won the West Division last year. Lost that one, 15-8. 1-0. Here, the pitch. That one is in there for a strike. But when watch that one go by, it's 1-1. That sun potentially getting the eye of the left-handed batters as that pitch is outside. 2-1. So when you see a lefty come up with the sun setting over on that side, it's going to be a bit more difficult for them. Right now the righties aren't having too hard of a problem. Maybe a little bit, but not all that much. As the throw comes in there, that one's outside again. 3-1. Brendan Hayes looks to reset here with a 3-1 count and just one out. He steps, he deals. That one falls low. Ball 4 goes in there. The third man that Hayes has walked today. And Bowen. And now coming up is the first man that he walked today, and Grant Ingram. He steps up and now wants to move his runners along. They have not scored since the first inning. Pioneers have scored in every inning so far. That pitch floats right on in there for a strike. Going ahead early is important for Hayes here. Being able to be so dominant in that last half inning was because of getting those first pitch strikes. The second pitch here just misses. A little too low. 1-1 now. On first base, Aiden Bolin. The throw, that one falls down and hits the dirt behind the plate. It's a 2-1 now incoming. As Aylward plays on first base and Bolin takes his extra bit of steps over there. Not too far of a lead as that one is swung on there hard but goes foul off of the bat of Grant Ingram. An absolute rocket that he just hit foul. You can hear the loud crack of the bat on that one. The 2-2 now incoming. Hayes. It sets and deals. That one's going to be above the ladders. Full count now. Those blue Pilot's letters on the front of the chest. Guide mark here for the zone as a full count. The payoff pitch. That one in there. Strike 3 hits the corner. Another strikeout comes for Brendan Hayes. He's 5th on the day in his 4th one where he's caught the batter looking. The corners are the best friend of Brendan Hayes, and he shows it off there by hitting the inside part of it. Now 2 outs with 1 man on. And coming up is going to be Jaden Pena. A designated hitter for this one. Walked his first time up. The pitch, that one's low. Dubek grabs it and stands up in case of a steal attempt by Bolin. Bottom of the 3rd here from historic Colburn Park. Pioneers looking to get another win on the season. They've already crossed the double-digit mark as that one goes outside. Trying to give Coach Drum his 199th win with the organization. Here. Right now sitting at 198. Hayes on the mound is doing such a great job at getting it there, and the bats are helping as well as that one is down low outside. 3-0 now coming to Jaden Pena. Hayes gets his grip back on the ball. See him smother hands on it, kind of get accustomed to it. 3-0. The pitch from Hayes. That one's right down the middle for strike number 1. So now 1 strike on the at-bat, but still 3 balls that Hayes is looking to work with. Bolin now extends his lead a little more. The secondary lead comes in there. That one's going to be outside, ball 4. Very close pitch there, but ruled outside. It puts another man on. So 2 walks so far this inning as Kyle Takahashi now steps up. He struck out his first time up. He watched strike 3 go past him on a full count. With a man on second base now that he has to work with. And also a man on first. It's Bolin on second and Pena on first. He just gets his sign from Dubak. Damo frames over towards second base. The throw, that one falls in there for a strike. So Hayes' breaking ball so far has done a good bit of work to get him those strikes. 0-1 count now for Takahashi. And the pitch, that one does not get the zone. 1-1. So last time Hayes got first pitch strike, he was able to punch the man out in Grant Ingram earlier in this inning. Dubak puts down the right knee. The look back. The throw down. That one's hit high into the air. It heads towards right field. Delaney's running for that one. He makes the snag on the run and gets the third out. So no score for the Pilots. It remains 9-1 here as we head into the 4th inning on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Spanner now snaps up to the plate as Rumser remains on the mound. Spanner on the day is 1 for 1 with a walk. As Pioneers lead 9-1. He swings on the first pitch. That one goes over to the second baseman who takes his steps and flips on over to first. Forney to Haley gets the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out coming here for the Pilots and against Rumser, who came in relief of Jansen in that last inning. Held the Pioneers to just scoring 1 with 2 men on. As Baker now steps up to the plate. 2 for 2 on the day. He has 2 hits as that one is heading towards left field. Backing up for that one is Wagner, who reaches the glove up in the air and gets the out. So 2 pitches and 2 swings by the Pioneers. And now it's 2 outs coming here as Tyler Adamo now steps up for this one. In the top half of the 4th inning. No man on for the Pioneers. As Ramser deals, that one falls in. Damo also 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of singles, both of which scored a run. That one's down low. 1-1 now coming for Tyler Adamo, who also stole a base in this one. His single in the second inning was able to score Caleb Delaney. That pitch was low. It's 2-1. Ramser's throw. That one's high. 3-1 now. Coming against the right-handed second baseman. Ramser's throw. That one in there for a strike. And the count is now full for Tyler Adamo out of Columbia University. The full count, the pitch. That one swung on there for Ivan Adamo. Heads towards right field, and making the snag on that one is going to be Bolin. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Pilots as we head to the bottom half of the ninth, bottom half of the fourth here from historic Colburn Park. Following the 1-2-3 top half of the inning, Luke Purcell will step up to the plate to take this one forward for the Pilots. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a punch-out. Did not originally start this game. He came in relief of Sam Hines as catcher. The two of them generally switch off throughout the days. Is getting ready here on this one. Purcell snaps up to the plate against Brennan Hayes as he looks to deliver his first pitch here, the bottom half of the fourth. That one goes in there. The top half of the first inning, the Pioneers have not scored a run in this entire game as Brennan Hayes with that one gets thrown in there. That one's hit off the end of the bat. It heads towards right field. Delaney's going to get underneath that one and make the snag for the out. So a fly out to right field. And now I'll correct myself. That last pitch reaches pitch number 70 on the day for Brennan Hayes. And it's up to bat now comes Brolin Haley. 1 for 1 with a single. But when he was on the base path, he was caught stealing second base. A throw down from Brandon Duback was able to do that. Hayes delivers. That one's in there for a strike. And Hayes, I mentioned it before, he just gets better with innings. Continues to find his zone and works on through. The 0-1 count now incoming. Throw from Hayes. That one swung on there from Haley. It heads towards foul territory. Elmira tries to run after that one, but it goes a little too far into the stands. The fence catches him. It's going to be a 0-2 count now coming for Brolin Haley. Pioneers looking to try and make it another no-score inning for the Pilots. Throw comes in. That one runs close inside. It's 1-2. Trying to hit the inside part of the plate that's worked so well today for Brendan Hayes. That one just goes a bit too high. 1-2. The pitch. That one is in there for strike number 3. Yet another strikeout comes in for Brendan Hayes. And that one there is going to be number 6. So now coming up is going to be Liam Wagner, the left fielder who struck out his last time up, one of those 6 that struck out. And Hayes now has gone through these batters and only out 6 pitches. Facing Wagner, first pitch, that one swung on. It heads high into the air. It heads towards right field. Delaney's going to get underneath that. And about 7 pitches, Brendan Hayes is able to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go down the Pilots. As we head to the top half of the 5th, Pioneers look to continue running up the score. It's 9-1 here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets. Brandon Dubeck now up to bat for the Pioneers, as remaining on the round is Romser. First pitch comes in there. It's going to be down for a ball. As Brandon Dubeck goes into this one, he's 1 for 2 on the day with a single. That one's hit on the ground. It heads over towards the shortstop there in Carlos Jara. He throws on over the first. It's going to be in time for the first out. So one down there is going to be Brandon Dubeck, and now up to bat is coming in Jack Aylward. He had a 3-run home run in the first inning that he was able to send over the left field wall. Top of the 5th here from historic Colburn Park. The sun has been a problem, and with this heat, it's kind of something where our equipment's getting a little bit warm, so apologies for the balls and strikes not working here today. Trying to keep the computer out of the sun, as that one swung on there by Jack Aylward. Heads towards center field, and not enough on that one. Running in on that one is going to be the center fielder, but Forney will actually fall back there and make the grab for the out. Second out comes in there as Romser takes down the first 2, and Alex Davis will now come up. On the day so far, he's 2 for 2. He's got a pair of doubles to his name. The throw, that one's outside. 1-0. 2 outs now. As Alex Davis waits for his pitch, and he's got the hot swing so far. And that one's upstairs. 2-0 now coming to him. here. Rumser gets set. He steps, he throws. That one will go too low. Ball 3. So as I mentioned, Rumser gets this very quick set and stretch. And he works from as that one falls in there for a strike. The fastball gets in and goes for strike number 1. 3-1 count now coming in. The pitch, that one is low, ball 4. Walk comes in by goes for Alex Davis, his 3rd time on base so far in this game. And now coming up is going to be the batter in Ryan Gabbianelli.
Now batting number 22, shortstop.
He's 1 for 2 on the day. Ryan Gabbianelli now steps up.
Excuse me, number 16, third baseman Ryan Gabbianelli.
Throw back over to first there, does not come in time. And is moving back over is Alex Davis. He scored the run earlier in the 3rd inning. The pitch, that one's hit on the ground by Gabbianelli. Jara grabs that at short. He flips it on over towards second base towards Forney and gets the 3rd out. So the Piles get 1 man on, but are not able to score. It remains 9-1 here as we head into the bottom half of the 5th. Pioneers lead 9-1 over the Newark Pilots here in the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Parenting can sometimes feel like you're way out in left field. Casa Trinity Prevention wants to give you some backup for when those unexpected hits come your way. The Triple P Positive Parenting Program for families is designed to help parents step up to the plate with confidence. Learn skills that will help your family become stronger, healthier, and more resilient. To learn more, visit casa-trinity.org or email Chemung Prevention at casa-trinity.org. Thank you, Casa Trinity, for your support of the Elmira Pioneers. As we come back here for the bottom half of the 5th inning, not so bad here for the Pilots, as they're currently trailing 9-1, is going to be Angel Gomez. He had a single his first time up. He looks to continue to work here against the pitcher here in Brennan Hayes. 4 innings so far, and he's been able to strike out 6. Looking to try and continue that one here as the throw comes in. That one goes into the zone for strike number 1. The breaking ball for Brennan Hayes continues to work to his favor. 0-1 count now incoming to Gomez. The throw, that one swung and a miss there for strike number 2. 0-2 count. Pioneers continue to work, trying to get their 11th win on the season and continue moving as that 4th seed here in the West Division. Hayes sets up, he deals, that one is outside. 1-2. No outs here. The bottom half of the 5th. Inning number 5. These middle innings have moved very quickly as Hayes' throw there just a bit too high. He thought he had strike 3, but did not fall enough in the zone. It's now 2-2. So the 5th pitch of this at-bat is incoming. Here. throw. That one's hit high into the air towards right field. Chasing over for that one is Delaney in foul territory. He makes the snag on the run for the first out. And as we head to the top of the order here of the fifth inning, we'd like to give a special shout out to our super fan of the game for the Pioneers. That's Isaac Wyckoff for showing up to every single stream here and supporting the Elmira Pioneers. As now up to bat comes Carlos Jara, the shortstop. Stepping up here as Hayes gets the first down here of the fifth inning. And the Pios continue to work on. The throw, that one will fall in top of the zone for strike number one. Hayes has found the middle of the plate there and just the top as well as he clips a spot of it for the strike. 0-1 count. The pitch, and that one is swung and I missed there for strike number two. So now 2 strikes ahead comes Brennan Hayes. Sends a little something over to his second baseman, Tyler Adamo. Jara's 1 for 2 on the day. He had a single to start off the Pilots' bats. The pitch, and that one is hit high but foul. Still an 0-2 count incoming here as Hayes gets set. Dumac gave his sign, the throw, that one runs a little too close. First ball of the at-bat, following the foul, and pitch number 5 incoming, a 1-2 count. Hayes steps, throws, that one comes very close towards Jara. He leans back on that one. 2-2 count now incoming. 1 out. The throw, and that one will be too high again. So what started out as an 0-2 count, and then was a foul ball, has now shifted to a full count here for Carlos Jara. Thing getting ready to go. Hayes, he kicks, he deals. That one swung and a miss there for strike number 3. Punch out number 7 for Brennan Hayes. As that's the second out of the Pilots.
Next, from Pittsburgh, New York,
Now Colden Forney steps up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Once again, another guy that had a single in the first inning, but had a ground ball that was for an out in the third. Stepping up now. 2 outs here. Pioneers lead 9-1 over the Newark Pilots. He's his throw. That one goes inside. Ball 1. And for the Pilots right now, it's just try to get on. You were able to score with bases loaded earlier. Now you have to just try and find a way to work some small ball as that one falls in. Because even if you can get a home run shot, that's not going to make this one much incredibly closer. Cuts it down to 7, but getting some men on and being able to move the runners will be important. That one swung on a miss there for strike number 2. Good chance there by Forney, not able to connect. It's now an 0-2 count. 1-2, excuse me. The throw. That one. Strike 3 is the call. That's punch out number 8 of the day for Brennan Hayes. His high on the season in strikeouts as we head to the top half of the 6th. And coming here from historic Colburn Park, the Pioneers lead 9-1 over the Newark Pilots. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Coming up now, Jalen Tidwell here in the top half of the sixth inning. These middle innings have moved rather quickly as it's going to be Miles Castillo moving over towards the shortstop as, well, the left fielder has changed. That pitch goes in there. It's going to be there for a strike going against Jalen Tidwell. As that one is hit there by Tidwell. It heads over towards the second baseman who takes his step and throws for the out. So Tidwell's not able to get on for a third time today. He was hit by the pitch on those first two times, and that one goes for an out. Tyson Gendrich will now step up. He flew out his first time up, and then he hit into a double play. Trying to get things going for the Pioneers. First pitch, that one swung on a miss there. First strike, number 1. As second pitch now comes in, that one is going to go down low for a ball. So the Pioneers score in the first 3 innings, have not scored in the last 2. Timeout comes in as Romser steps off the mound. One out here. And that one's hit on the ground. It's grabbed there by Rumser. He flips it on over to first. There for the second out. So 2 down now for the Pioneers. It's the top of the inning order coming up. And Caleb Delaney playing right field today. He's 0 for 3 so far. He did end up getting on with an error. He was able to score off of it. But will not be given as a hit. The first pitch comes in there, and that one will go for a strike. Following the 1-3 there. The pitch, that one, and there for another strike. So Romser, I mentioned how Hayes is going better as he goes deeper into this game. Romser is showing off his same talents. 0-2, the pitch, that one's hit hard there by Delaney. It heads towards left center field, but grabbing on that one, it's going to be Liam Wagner for the third out. So 1-2-3, once again, go down the Pioneers. It's 9-1 as we head to the bottom half of the sixth. The Elmira Pioneers would like to thank AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment for being the official motorsport provider for the Pioneers. Visit them today at 1699 South Main Street in Mansfield, Pennsylvania. Thank you, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers. As it's a new arm on the mound for the Pioneers, it's a lefty and Jacob Jones stepping up now. He comes in replacement of Brennan Hayes, who ended up throwing 5 innings of work, got 4 hits, walked 4 men. But the big factor, 8 strikeouts, and he only let 1 go by here in this 9-1 ball game. Jones looks to come in relief and take this one forward, as it's a new batter here as first pitch goes in there for a strike. It's the man now playing in right field, Justin Dandino, who steps up. So a lefty-lefty matchup now incoming between a pair of southpaws with an 0-1 count now. Lights begin to turn on here at Colburn Park. The pitch, that one goes behind Dandino for ball number 1. That one just gets away from Jacob Jones. Now it's a 1-1 count. Before it was Aiden Boland who was playing there. He was 0 for 1 with a walk. He struck out against Hayes. Now Dandino seeing if he can get a piece of the ball, but he won't do so there. He'll hold up, and it'll be a 2-1 count. Jones gets his sign from Duback. Throw, that one also goes away. Having a duck for that one is Dandino. It's now 3-1. And he's steps off and steps back on. 3-1. The pitch. That one's outside, ball 4. Dandino, the first batter facing Jacob Jones, now goes on with a walk, and Grant Ingram will now step up. He's 0 for 1 in the day with a strikeout, but was able to walk his first time up. As now he has a man on first base for them in Dandino. First pitch incoming here from Jones. The delivery, that one is just outside. 1-0. Being left-hander on the mound, he has a better look over at first base and able to do the slide step if he needs to try and get Dandino out. The pitch from Jones, that one, they say is just off the zone. Gonna hold up there, coming by the batter in Ingram. 2-0. Very close pitch there. As Jones steps and deals, that one's outside. 3-0. Good eye so far by these batters for the Pilots. Pitch comes in there, and that's going to be ball 4. Another walk comes in by Jacob Jones. That one there will be his 7th walk on the season. So now Jaden Pena steps up. Talk about a guy that's walked today. He's walked twice in his 2 plate appearances. Jones steps back on the mound. No outs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Pioneers lead 9-1. The pitch from Jones, that one goes in for a strike. So following the 4-pitch walk, Jones starts things off with the strike and looks to build that momentum into against this batter. Looks down, looks back. Keith Dandino tries to run at second. The throw, that one's hit on the ground. It heads over towards Tidwell. Tries to make the diving play, is not able to do so. The throw is going to come on over home, but it's not going to be in time. There from Gingrich at left field. So 1 run will score on the RBI single by Jaden Pena. The throw just goes a little off target for Brandon Duback. Now it's 9-2. for the Pilots. Pilots lead over the Pilots. It's a new bat coming up here, and that's going to be Lucas Orlovitz now stepping up. He looks to try and make something happen. He had a double in that game against Batavia. As he comes up to the plate. Opportunity here as he fills in for the extra hitter and Kyle Takahashi. First pitching coming to Orlovitz. That one is outside. Orlovitz came in relief in that game against the Pioneers at Dunn Field. And that one, he was playing at third when the game-sealing error came in over on that side of the infield that allowed the Pioneers to walk it off by Ryan Jones, as that one's going to go outside again. 2-0. Still looking for his first down is Jacob Jones. Trying to see if he can do so against Lucas Orlovitz. Was able to walk so far this season. One of those as pitch comes in. That one's outside again. A 3-0 count now coming in to Lucas Orlovitz. Getting ready to work here. You don't expect him to try and swing on this one. I mentioned 5 walks so far this season by Orlo. The pitch, that one outside. That's going to be walk number 6, and that's going to load the bases.
So with bases loaded from Thomasville, Alabama.
Luke Purcell now gets ready to step up, and it's going to be meeting on the mound here between the catcher and the pitcher following the 3rd walk of the inning. Now it's going to be third base is occupied by Grant Ingram. Jaden Pena's over at second. Jacob Jones on the mound as they go to break it up. Still looking for the first out of this bottom half of the inning. Pilots scored 1 here. It's 9-2 against the Elmira Pioneers. It's bases loaded. Opportunity coming in for Brissell. As the sky starts turning a lovely pinkish color. Jones kicks and deals. That one is outside, ball 1. Jones still looking for the first down against the Pilots. Brissell so far today is 0 for 2. He struck out and he flew out to right field. That one's hit hard, but it goes towards center, and it's going to drop on in. 1 run's going to score in Ingram. Another run's going to come on in Pena. And it's a 2-run single coming in for Luke Brissell. And that one makes this one now a 9-4 ball game. As coming out to the mound comes Coach Burkhan. And it looks as though that will be his day for Jacob Jones. A new arm will come out on the mound for the Pioneers when we return here from the historic Colburn Park. Pioneers lead 9-4 over the Newark Pilots. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. New arm Lucas Rylander comes up to the mound after Jacob Jones' outing where he was not able to secure an out. 3 runs did score. It's 9-4. Man on first, man on second. That one goes past Duback. And it's going to be now men on second and third for the Pilots. That one there looks as though Duback stood up too quickly as he was trying to grab that. It'll be a pass ball on him. A 1-0 count. Jones let up 2 hits there, alongside 3 walks. He's currently on third base is Lucas Orlovitz, and first base has Brissell. Pitch, that one's upstairs. 2-0 now. 2-0 count coming here for Brolin Haley. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He struck out his last time up against Brendan Hayes. Rylander's throw. That one is swung, and the bat goes flying there. A hard swing comes in by Haley. It'll be a 2-1 count. We need a little bit more pine tar on that. As they hold on for a second, and that's what he's going to end up doing over there. Rubbing the bat with a bit more pine tar to get him at a grip. Bat just went flying. But now coming back up to the plate. It's 2-1 count now incoming. Trying to bring home a couple more men is Haley. Rylander kicks and deals. That one there for a strike. It's 2-2 now. Back-to-back strikes thrown by Rylander as he tries to get the first down of this bottom half of the inning. Following what was Brendan Hayes' 5-inning performance that only let up 1. Rylander kicks and deals. That one is swung on a miss there for strike number 3. First out comes in by way of Lucas Rylander. Nice punch-out pitch. He gets Haley swinging. And now coming up is going to be Liam Wagner, who is the left fielder for this contest. 0 for 2. But steps in, trying to score some more runs. It's just a 5-run lead by the Pioneers right now with 1 out. And let's get ready for the first pitch here. Rylander throws. That one's upstairs. Ball 1. 1-0 count now. He's been able to throw. And this one, Lucas Rylander. For Brendan Hayes, he ended up throwing 91 pitches. That one goes there for a strike. He threw 91 pitches in his 5 innings. Got a little dicey in the first with bases loaded, but was only able to allow 1 to go by. 1-1 count. That one's down low. Good block there by Duback. Wagner now sits at 2-1. No wind here. The center field flag not moving a muscle. So the heat just sticks as Rylander asks for a new sign from his catcher. The pitch. That one swung and a miss there for strike number 2. And with that, Wagner will have to step out of the box. Committed on that one, and Rhinelander was able to get it past him. 2-2 count coming against the Hingham, Massachusetts native. Rhinelander kicks and deals. That one's hit off the end of the bat. It heads towards right field, towards foul territory, and will go too far foul. So it remains 2-2 incoming now. So we thank you folks for joining us here. 8:30 in this one. Game has gone about 2 hours so far. A little over that. The throw, that one's in the dirt. Good block there by Dubek. He steps on over to make the snag. So now the count is full. Man on third, man on second. That's Lucas Orlovitz over at third, and that's Luke Purcell at second. Full count. Sign comes by Dubak. Rhinelander gets set. He looks, he kicks, he deals. That one is swung on the ground. It heads on over to third. Gabbianelli grabs it. He throws on over to first. Illward is off the bag. The throw back home, trying to tag Orlovitz. He slides underneath the tag. Orlovitz scores on that one. And seems like it scored. They scored a single there going in for Wagner. So it's an RBI single for him. As it scores Lucas Orlovitz there and moves Purcell over to third base and puts Wagner over at first. So men on the corners with just one out. It is now a 9-5 ball game. Big score there for the Pilots is now coming up. It's going to be Angel Gomez. He's 1 for 2 today. That first pitch goes down low. Ball 1. 1-0 count with a man on first and third. The Pilots have scored 4 in this inning. That one's hit there by Angel Gomez. That heads towards center field and it's going to drop. Purcell's going to score. It's now 9-6. Pio's lead. A 5-run inning so far with just one out. And it's going back to the top of the order. Carlos Jara now steps up. RBI single there by Gomez. Puts a man on second and a man on first. 9-6 Pio's lead. So just like that, the little bits and pieces of swings that the Pilots have gotten have been able to push this one even closer. Rhinelander deals. That one's outside. Trying to hit top corner, it's not able to do so with the fastball. 1-0. Rhinelander steps off and steps back on. Wagner and Gomez currently on second and first. The pitch, that one, runs very close inside against the lefty. It is now a 2-0 count. Rhinelander got the first down of this inning by a Brolin Haley strikeout. The throw, that one's outside again. 3-0 now. Rhinelander gets back on. Back-to-back hits by the Pilots. The throw, that one, outside ball 4. And a walk now loads the bases. Here is now coming up is going to be Colden Forney, who is the lone man to not get up in this inning so far. Dubak tucks to his pitcher. Bases completely loaded. Tying run is represented over at first base. What would be the leading run is now at home. 7 hits so far by the Newark Pilots. as they are being out hit by the Pioneers 10-7. It's only a 3-run game with 3 men on and 1 out. Pioneers hope to turn a double play. They have 9 so far on the year. And a big one in the game against Niagara Falls, the second one. And Trevor Reed's diving play that he threw back over towards second. Here goes Rylander. He kicks, he deals. That one swung there by the batter there in Forney as he gets the infield fly for the out. Second out comes in there. And now Justin Danino steps up for his second time in this inning. He walked his first time up. That was against Jacob Jones. So now with 2 outs, gets set as Rylander. He pitches. That one, snack at the corner. It's going to be a ball. 1-0 with 2 outs. Bases still loaded for the Pilots. On the year so far, they have just 3 wins. They're 3-14. They're coming off back-to-back against Geneva and Batavia. Team right above them in the standings, and team at number 1 in the standings. Rylander kicks and deals. That one's outside. Throwback pick over towards first. Aylward jumps to grab that one, but he'll go past him. Delaney will have to go grab it. 1 run will score there. That's going to be by way of Liam Wagner, and now it is 9-7. So the attempt to try and get the back pick does not work. It's a 3-0 count, 9-7. Pioneers lead. Following that scored by Liam Wagner, and a 3-0 count incoming. And right now, the arms out of the bullpen have had some difficulty for the Pioneers, and that's ball 4. It's going to walk a man. Bases are now loaded again. Walking over and around, and now stepping up is going to be Grant Ingram. He walked as well in this one. A 6-run inning so far by the Pilots. They look to come back in this one. The tying run is at second base. The leading run's at first. The pitch, that one's upstairs. That's Gomez over at second. Excuse me, over at third. Jara at second. That one swung there. It's going back towards foul territory. Brandon Dubek's going to run back, and he's going to make the snag for the third out. So able to hold them off, but it's a 6-run. Bottom half of the 6th inning. It is now 9-7. Pioneers lead here in historic Colburn Park. When we return, the Pioneers go back up to bat and try to put some more runs on the board here from Newark, New York. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Rosmer remains on the mound as coming up to the plate now for the Pioneers, following what was a 6-run bottom half of the inning for the Pilots, is going to be the next batter here. As that pitch is in there for a strike. Getting set now, and Rosmer gets ready to deal. The throw, that one's in there for yet another strike. Coming in
Now batting number 23, the DH,
as
Nick Spanner.
23, Nick Spanner here. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a walk as well. As now it's a 1-2 count incoming here in the top half of the 7th inning, following that 6-run bottom half by the Pilots to make this one closer now. Throw, that one's hit hard there by Spanner and heads towards right side territory, but will go too far foul. There.
Excuse me, that was Nick Spanner.
Nick Spanner trying to make something happen here for the Pioneers. So you're ready to go. The pitch, that one's going to be a bit far outside from the corner of the plate. Trying to get strikeout number 3 there is Rosmer, who does not have a punch out in this one. The throw, that one, it's going to hit off the arm there of Nick Spanner. And that will be a hit by pitch that puts the man on for the Pioneers.
Next, number 10, center fielder,
And now Brent Baker will step up to the plate for this one. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He's got a single and a double that scored a run. Trying to put the Pios back in a larger lead situation than just 2. The offense. Rosmer gets set. He throws. That one's low. 1-0. And for Nick Spanner, it's going any way that you can. His second time getting a pass over there, alongside his single. The pitch, that one's hit on the ground foul. Well too early swung there. Find the batter in Brent Baker. Some new baseballs will come out towards the home plate umpire to take on through. 1-1 here for Baker. Rosmer once again with that quick kind of set and throw that he has. It makes it much easier to where the runners on first and other bases will not be able to have that opportunity to run, because the second that pitch comes in, it's going to be already halfway down the baseline that they are for the throw over. That one goes for a strike. It's 2-2 now. Here on Brent Baker, so he asks about the spot on that one. 2-2 count. Rosmer came in relief of Clark Jansen, who started this contest. The pitch, that one's hit on the ground there, but it hits off the foot of Baker, so it'll be a foul ball. He takes a second before stepping back in. That hurts. Getting a foul ball off the foot, no matter how hard you hit, it hurts. Especially with the power that Baker has. The speed that it comes off the bat. Not a fun one, but he seems to be all set, and he steps back in with a 2-2 count to him. No outs here. The pitch from Rosmer, that one's low. Full count now. Good hold up there by Baker. Both getting ready to step back in. Rosmer looks down towards his catcher in Brissell to get the sign. The throw on the 3-2. That one's hit high in the air towards foul territory. The third baseman's going to run over. It's going to be too far. It's going to hit off the netting. Count still remains full here for Brent Baker. The center fielder who gets on in just about every single game that he comes to. He looks at the full count now. With a 2-run lead for the Pioneers and a man on first. The pitch, that one swung on a miss there. for strike number 3. That's going to be the first out here.
Up next with
First
15,
one by punch
second
out by
baseman,
Rosmer.
Tyler
And now Tyler Adamo comes up to the plate. Try and bring this one. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He flew out his last time up, but 2 RBI singles have been to his benefit. Nick Spanner occupies first base. Throw comes in, trying to get the breaking ball, and does. Good one in there to get the first pitch strike with 1 out. Here, and Rosmer has just been absolutely dealing, as that one goes on the inside corner of the plate and will be strike number 2. So now Adamo is down 0-2 in the count. I'm going to try and move Spanner over, get another run on the board, put the Pioneers in double digits. That one's hit off the end of the bat. It heads over towards the second baseman, flings on over to second. Will he get it in time? He does. Castillo makes the squeeze and lands down on the bag. So it'll be a fielder's choice that puts Adamo on. 2 outs now for the Pioneers, as running over to grab the bat is going to be Dubek before he comes up to try and get this one. Brandon Dubek, the catcher for this one. 2 outs here at top half of the 7th. The running for Pioneers, the scoring has gone cold as that one's hit high into the air towards foul territory. Too late of a swing there by Dubak. Pioneers have not scored since the 3rd inning, where they scored a singular run. The first 2 innings, they scored 4 in both. In this 9-7 ball game, that throw, that one's there for a strike. It's now an 0-2 count coming in for Brandon Dubak. 1 for 3 on the day. Has a single that scored a run. The pitch, that one's hit on the ground. It heads over towards the third baseman there in Ingram. Takes a step, he throws over to first, and the ball is going to bounce past Haley over there at first. Goes Adamo on the error. He's running all the way home, and he stretches that one from first all the way towards home. It's going to score another run for the Pioneers. We'll see who they rule the error on there. It looks like it's going to be an E5. It scores a run, though, for the Pioneers. It's now 10-7 against the Pilots. And now coming up is Jack Aylward, the first baseman.
Number 34, the first baseman, Jackie Aylward.
Jack Aylward had the home run to start things off. What seems like a lifetime ago in the first inning. He scored 3 runs on that one. 10-7 Pios lead. First pitch in there for a strike. Brendan Dubek occupies second base here. That one's hit hard there on the ground by Aylward. It goes over towards the shortstop and Castillo. He throws on over to first. Is it going to be in time? It will be in time. Third out comes in there. The Pioneers are able to score 1 off the E5. It's 10-7 as we take a 7th inning stretch here from historic Colburn Park. Centralis Health is the official healthcare provider for the Elmira Pioneers. For all of your healthcare needs, next time you need medical attention, make sure you visit Centralis Health for all. They're the official care provider of the Elmira Pioneers. Thank you, Centralis Health, for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers. As Lucas Ryerlander remains on the mound, up to bat now is Jaden Pena, who in that last inning, the 6th, where the Pilots were able to score 6-6, he got a single. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Pioneers were able to score 1 to make this a 10-7 ball game. But now just a 3-run game, despite the 8-run cushion in the 5th, as that one swung and a miss. There, or a strike. It's a 1-1 count. Now incoming for Pena. Final line for Jacob Jones. 0 innings pitched, 2 hits, 3 walks, no strikeouts, 5 runs passed, and 5 of them will be earned. That one fouled away. It's going to be strike number 2, a 1-2 count. Pena. Here, Dubak loads up on the corner of the plate. The throw, that one's hit high into the air there. Moving on over for that one is going to be Jack Aylward in foul territory. Delaney's going to call him off, but it's not going to go in anyone's glove. It's a foul ball there, as it just falls right behind Jack Aylward and in front of Delaney. A little bit of miscommunication there. It'll be a 1-2 count. As Pena takes his time to get back into this box. The ability to string together hits and runs has been what's helped the Pilots in their games, even those ones that they were not able to win. Like that game back at Dunfield, ended 11-10. Entering into the 9th, the Pilots were leading 10-9. That one hits the corner for strike number 3. Another punch out comes in for Lucas Rylander, his 2nd strikeout of the day. That's a backwards K at that. Catches him looking. Now coming up is Lucas Orlovitz. He steps up. He was walked his last time for his 6th walk of the season. Comes in as the pinch hitter. As he walks up, you see all that dirt on the front side of him. That came on the slide home. That he was able to avoid the tag. That one's sent on the ground. It heads over towards Tidwell. Tidwell makes the snag. He takes the steps. He throws over to first to Aylward in time for the out. So quick ground out on the first pitch he sees from Orlovitz. So that will be the 2nd out here of the bottom half of the 7th on the 6-3. And now up to bat is Luke Purcell, the 2-run single for him. Scored some of those 6 runs for the Pilots, and then he was able to score himself. So half of them come off of Luke Purcell. But now it's 2 outs for him. As Rylander gets sad, he throws. That one is low. Ball 1. 1-0 count, and Rylander has seemed, after getting through those first couple of batters, to really get into his own zone, as that one is hit on the ground there. It's going to head over towards Tidwell, who's attacking. He takes the steps, he throws to first. Will it be in time? It sure as heck will be. That's going to be the 3rd out here, as that ends the 7th inning. It is 10-7, Pioneers lead as we head to the top of the 8th. Looking to do some more damage as the Pios here from historic Colburn Park. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom's South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pio. Alex Davis now comes up here in the top half of the 8th inning. Romser remains on the mound just in the middle of 60 pitches that he's thrown so far in this one after entering in the 3rd. That first pitch goes for a strike here. Pioneers lead by 3 over Newark as that pitch goes in there, but it's down low. It's a 1-1. Very close pitch there from Romser. Does not connect. 1-1 count. The pitch. That one's hit on the ground there. It's going towards the middle there, and it's going to get past the shortstop. Another hit comes in for Alex Davis. It's a single. He's gotten on every single time he's come up to the plate. He's gotten 2 doubles. He's gotten a single and a walk on the day. Now up to bat, Ryan Gabbianelli, who on a single back in the 3rd inning. He steps up now. Romser looks over towards first. And now the throw comes in. That one's outside. The throw back down. Is it in time? It is not in time. Attempt there by Brissell to get the throw back over towards first. Try and pick off the man in Alex Davis. Does not happen. 1-0 count. The pitch, that one's down low. They rule it as a balk, though. It moves over the runner there in Alex Davis. So a balk there comes on Romser, and it moves Davis over. The first balk of the day. The pitch, that one outside. Here. Alex Davis sits over at second base. Following that. I was mentioning before just how quick that Romser is getting the ball out from his set motion is where that struggle could come in. The throw, that one is low. It's a 3-0 count now incoming. Here. And the pitch that was thrown was ruled off because of the balk. So man on second now. 3-0. The pitch. That one's down low. It's ball 4. Man on second. Man on first now. Coming in for the Pioneers. Jalen Tidwell now steps up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. But did get on twice by a hit by pitch. And now the coach will come out to discuss. As 2 men have gone on. No signs, though, to bring in a new arm. Seems as though it's just an infield meeting to discuss how to attack this next batter and Jalen Tidwell. Complete umpire goes in to attempt to break it up and does so. So they break up the meeting. Romser remains on the mound. Coach Johnny Brown came in there. As Tidwell now steps up. The right-hander trying to move the men on second and first. And Alex Davis, who had the single, and Ryan Gabbianelli, who had the walk. That pitch outside. 5 straight pitches now have gone for balls by this arm and Rumser. His next throw, that one is swung foul back into the netting there by Tidwell. Man in scoring position, Pioneers hope to put on more runs as they lead this one 10-7. 11 hits so far on the day. That pitch goes down the middle for strike number 2. A 1-2 count now coming in for Newark. And their pitcher and Rumser going against Jalen Tidwell and looking for the first down in the top half of the 8th. That one goes inside, comes very close to hitting Tidwell. Towards the back foot. It's a 2-2 count now. Sign given. There. Back throw. Tidwell swings on that one. It's too early, though. He'll go foul. And now he looks to reset with a 2-2 count on him. In favor of the pitcher, Alex Davis looks ready to run over at second base. Caballelli at first. The pitch, that one's low. It's full count now. There is a right-hander warming up over in the bullpen for the Pilots. Rumser kicks, deals. That one, ball 4. A walk for Jalen Tidwell. The bases are now loaded. And now to bat comes Tyson Gingrich, who so far today is 0 for 3. But has the power, has the pop that he can, and now comes out the coach. And that will do it the day for Rumser. It's going to be a new arm coming out of the bullpen. I'll get you a word on who that could be coming up right after this here on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. New arm, Christopher Babkowski is now stepping up. The right-hander comes in with bases completely loaded for Tyson Gingrich. The pitch, the first one goes outside, ball 1. Pioneers looking to extend their lead. It's currently 10-7. Babkowski comes in relief of Rumser, who worked efficiently from the second inning onward. That one's fouled away. Was not able to get an out in this one. Babkowski looks to deliver here. The pitch, that one swung on there by Gingrich. It goes over towards left field. Getting underneath that one is Wagner. Tagging up there is Davis. The throw comes on at home. It's not going to be in time. It's a sacrifice fly there,
Next we go to the
and that
top,
scores a run.
52, right
And
fielder,
now
Caleb Delaney.
Caleb Delaney will step up as it's an 11-7 lead by the Pioneers. First out comes in there. Bemkowski has one go by him. And that's what he's trying to do, is just get these outs for him. As Delaney gets ready there in the box. The right-hander who starts things off, he shows bunt. He bunts it on down towards the third base line. Stepping and throwing there is Ingram to the first baseman. They say that he was off the back, though. So once again, Caleb Delaney gets on first base by a bunt single. And that's what he's done so well by way of getting his legs moving. And now Nick Spanner will come up. Hit by the pitch as last time. And he continues to go. Bemkowski steps and delivers. That one too high. 1-0. Bases loaded. Gavinelli's now on third. Tidwell's on second. Pitch. That one's inside but hits the corner. 1-1 now. 1-1 count here for Spanner. The pitch, that one's hit on the ground, foul. Too late on that one. I'll go that way. And Bemkowski continues to work here. The throw, that one swung on by Spanner. Heads towards right center. It's going back there, trying to make a play and not being able to do so. It hits off the wall. Spanner's going to continue to move. The runners are coming in. Tidwell and Delaney. Tidwell hits into the catcher. Then Delaney comes in right behind him. It's going to score 3 runs. It's a double there by Nick Spanner. He moves over towards third base on that one. Clears the bases. 3 RBIs. It is now 14-7. Pioneers lead. Big swing there by Nick Spanner. And the Pioneers improve their lead back up to 7. And Bemkowski now has to concern himself with a man on third. His score is now going to be much larger. 14-7. Pioneers lead. Up to bat now comes Brett Baker, who so far today has got 2 hits, and he swings that one foul too early on it. Oh, 1 count coming here. Bemkowski coming out of Alvernia University. 0-1 the pitch. That one swung hard there by Baker. It heads towards right field. Jumping for that one and making the snag there is the right fielder. Running on his way home is Spanner. So another sacrifice fly comes in. Great grab there by the right fielder and Justin Dandino. Sacrifice fly. It is now 15-7. Pioneers lead. Back to an 8-run lead for the squad as Tyler Adamo steps up for this one. So what got a little dicey as the relief pitchers came in, the Pioneers bats have been able to turn around. That one swung on there by Adamo. It's too early. Goes down the foul line on the left side. Easiest way to tell if a player swung too early or late on a foul ball is what direction it goes in. If it's a right-handed batter, if it goes to the left side, that means they swung too early. As that one is hit hard by Adamo. It heads towards left field. It's going back there, and it's going to go back there against the wall. There for Adamo. It's going to be a double for him. Big swing there by Adamo, and he gets on base. And that's what the Pioneers needed with 2 outs. Man on second base. 2 outs here. Brandon Dubek now steps up for the Pioneers as they lead this one by 8. Bemkowski looks back. Now he looks forward. He steps, he throws. That one's outside for him. Babkowski, normally a catcher for this squad, as that one swung hard there by Dubak, but the Pilots like to run with some two-way players. See what they may end up having. That's why Babkowski's into this one. He has thrown before. He's shown up in this is his third appearance with a 1.6 ERA. That one's fouled away. One and two count now to Brandon Dubak, as the Pioneers have gotten on top of Christopher Babkowski in this relief appearance. The throw, that one's outside. 2-2. Tyler Adamo right across the diamond for Dubak. The throw, that one's hit on the ground. It goes towards foul territory, though. Will remain 2-2 here. As it gets you the final stat line here for the pitcher for the Pilots. They're in round, sir, as he went 5 innings, 1 hit, 4 runs, 3 earned. That one goes right on past the shortstop, sending him home as Coach Drum to Tyler Adamo, and Adamo's going to score. Dubak's going to move over towards second base. They rule it out of play, so they'll say that Dubak can now go over to third. Pioneers lead by 9 now, with Jack Aylward coming to the plate on the RBI single by Brandon Dubak. The extracurricular after the fact moves him over, as it's going to be a discussion now here by Coach Brown, potentially about where they place the runner. Discussing about it shouldn't be over at third or towards second, or if Aylward got in the way as he was walking over, trying to retrieve the bat. We'll see what they continue to say here. Nonetheless, it's a 9-run lead right now by the Pioneers, 16-7 in the top half of the 8th. Nothing comes on. So, they'll remain here. Man on third base there is going to be Brandon Dubak. Pioneers lead 16-7. Still looking for the last out here is Babkowski. The throw. Aylward watches first pitch strike. If the Pioneers were able to score 1 run here and then get 3 outs, that would end this one early by a run rule, as that one's up high, but they say it falls in for a strike. 0-2 count now. The pitch. Aylward swings hard at that one. It heads towards the left line. If it falls fair, it's good. It's going to go foul. A big swing there by Jack Aylward. Just a bit too early on that one. If it fell fair, that would have scored a run, and that probably would have moved Aylward as it headed toward the left corner, towards second base. Now he sits in a 0-2 count. Coming against the Pilots. 6 runs so far in this top half of the inning. Babkowski gets set. He steps and deals. That one's up high. 1-2. Gets set. The throw. That one swung hard there by Aylward. Let's go too high, foul on that one. Aylward already with a home run in this contest. In the first inning, part of the 4 runs that were scored, he scored 3 of them on that swing. 1-2, the pitch. That one's upstairs. Closer to the attic. A 2-2 now. Brandon Dubak on third base. Anything hit and he's moving with 2 outs. The throw, that one's outside. It's 3-2 now. So what started as an 0-2 count is now a 3-2. Get sent here. 7 pitches so far in this at-bat. The throw, that one swung there by Aylward. It heads towards left field. It's going back there. He flips the bat. Is it a 2-run home run game? It will not be so. It hits off the wall, just a little bit off target there by Aylward, but it will score a run. It's a double coming in there. A hard hit ball towards the outfield. Does not fall there for Aylward, but it does get him another run on the board. A 1-run double comes in there. And the Pioneers lead 17-7 over the Pilots. Big swing there by Jack Aylward. Every time he gets a swing like that, you have to question, is that one getting out of here? That one came very close. The pitch here, the throwback over towards second base. Aylward gets back with the ball. It's going to go into the outfield. Aylward's going to move over towards third base here. And now he is just 90 feet away from scoring. That one, the throwback is not in time. As it looks like maybe an error against the fielder there rather than on the throw, but we'll have to see. The throw upstairs. 2-0. That's the third error of the day by the Newark Pilots. They entered into today with 38 errors. That was the second lowest in the West. Just behind, or just in front of the Elmira Pioneers, who had 39. It's now a 3-0 count coming in here against Alex Davis, who started this inning off. That one goes in there for a strike. It's a 3-1 count. Pioneers are now leading by 10. That means if they're able to get 3 more outs in the bottom half of the 8th inning, they would be able to get this one out in an inning early. The pitch, Davis swings on that one. It heads towards left field. It's going back there, but being able to grab that one is Liam Wagner for the 3rd out. Pioneers are able to score 7 in that one. It is 17-7 as we head to the bottom half of the 8th. Newark has 3 outs to score 1 and then 6 to try and tie this one up by scoring 10. Bottom 8 incoming now. The Pioneers just need 3 outs to get out of this one with a run rule victory of 10 runs. But trying to battle back against that will be this next batter, Brolin Haley. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a single to start things off, but then back-to-back times he struck out. 1 forward, 1 backwards. That means 1 swinging, 1 looking as Rylander will get his first pitch in here. That one's hit on the ground. It heads over towards the shortstop there, and Jalen Tidwell, who backhands it, throws it on over to first. Made for the stretch there is Aylward in time for the out. A great throw there by Tidwell, following a tough play. And that's the first out here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Just 2 more outs the Pilots have to work with here to score 1 run to keep this one alive. The 6-3 there. Liam Wagner now steps up. He had a single his last time up. That was an RBI single at that. That came back in the 6th inning. They were able to score 6 runs. The pitch, that one's hit on the ground. It heads over. Tidwell will dive for that one, but is not able to make the snag. A very tough play there. That's going to go as a single coming in for Liam Wagner. Great swing there by him. And now coming up is Angel Gomez here with a man on first base. Trying to move him along, get him on home, bring this to a 9th inning, and try and take this win. Rylander gets his sign from Duback. The throw, that one swung and a miss there for strike one. 0-1 count now coming for Gomez. He's waiting on deck here is Carlos Jara, excuse me. That one's hit over towards the left side. It's going to bounce on through. It's another single coming in. Now it's top of the order now. Correction, Carlos. It's Castillo, Miles Castillo coming in. As he's got 2 men on. Has to just get 1 home to extend this ball game to a 9th inning. The left-handed batter comes in. Rylander. Pitches in, that one. Close, but will go for a ball. Back-to-back singles by Liam Wagner and Angel Gomez. Let's bring this one close to get on base there as Castillo. Watches that one hit the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. Pioneers looking for their 11th win on the year. As for new sign there is Rylander. 1-1. The pitch, that one's hit high into the air. Going back for that one and tracing after it is the center fielder, Brett Baker. He makes the snag. That's the second out. Pioneers just need one more out to get out of this one. For the Pilots, they would like to get a knock that allows their man on second base there and Liam Wagner to move all the way home and extend this game. Forney now steps up. Here, on this contest, he is 1 for 4. Sammy attacks Rylander. The first pitch, that one goes in there for a strike. First pitch strike. Hitting the man as they get ready here. Duback gives his sign, but will be asked for a new one on what pitch to throw. Rylander has developed through these last couple innings. That one's high. Trying to go upstairs with a fastball and climb the ladder. Not able to do so. 1-1 count now. Step off there comes by Rylander. The Pilots hoping not to break their back-to-back wins. Following it with a loss, where they beat Geneva and Batavia. The pitch, that one swung on a miss there for strike number 2. Pioneers are just 1 strike away from their 11th win on the season. Here and improve to an 11-9 record. Trying to get a game above Olean. Sign here from Rylander asked from Duback. Rylander gets set. He kicks, he deals. That one swung on a miss there for strike number 3, and that will be the ball game. The Pioneers win this one 17-7 over the Newark Pilots, and that will improve their record to 11-9 on the year. Brendan Hayes will move to 3-1 on the season with the win in that one, as falling down to 0-1 will be the pitcher for Newark there in Clark Jansen in his first appearance. Pioneers will be back on the road tomorrow. They play against Geneva out there in Geneva, New York. Geneva right now, they're defeating the Niagara Falls Americans 15-7 from McDonough Park. Then on Thursday, it's back at home against the Auburn Double Days for fireworks presented by Weiss Markets. The Double Days continue to work there. They're in third place in the division, trying to keep on moving. Then Friday, it's back on the road, and they head on over to face Batavia and the contest against a team who sits at number 1 in the division. Pioneers take the victory in this one. They win this one 17-7 over the Newark Pilots. We'd like to give a special thank you to our owners, Robbie and Miss Nellie Nichols, alongside general managers Mark and Tabitha Witt, alongside our assistant general manager in Jacob Rose. Our statistician for this one was Mitchell Von Oken here from Newark, New York. We give a special thank you here from historic Colburn Park for Anthony Lamonte and the Elmira Pioneers. We say so long. Pioneers win this one 17-7, and we'll see you tomorrow at McDonough Park for a game against the Geneva Red Wings.